Hello, folks. How are we doing today? You know what? Other than making money, I think the next best thing that I love is to learn, to empower my business to move forward. And I'm super grateful and super glad you guys have had the opportunity, just as myself, to be here today, to listen to what these experienced, knowledgeable people have provided us today as a curriculum of learning. You know, I started in business a very long time ago. And I actually started when I was in college. Did my first business and said, you know what, I'm going to shoot music videos and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. That flopped. And I said, okay, this isn't working out. It doesn't pay the bills. What am I going to do? Well, by that time, I had met my wife and she had no idea what I was going to put her through. Said, you know what, I think I want to start another business. And she says, you know what, I'll support you. We'll get involved. We'll do this together. And I said, are you sure about that? I said, yeah, let's try it out. So after our first year of business, we went into repairing technology for many different companies. And it wasn't until this two-story house that we lived in, not until I filled the entire top story up with technology from other customers and clients, that I realized I'm about to get divorced. So I realized I need to do something else and ventured out into my first office space. After many years moving forward, I realized that business wasn't necessarily what I thought it was. I thought it was all the glam, the glitz. I'm a business owner, you know, shake my hand, how's it going? Love what I'm doing, making lots of money. It's a lot of struggle. It's a lot of refinement. It's a lot of learning. And most importantly, like the other panels have said today, it's about passion. It's about loving what you do so much that you're willing to get up every single day, and no matter what happened yesterday, do it again and again and again. Even in the face of people saying what when they close their door? No, not interested. So it's important that we harness the ability to really, truly be passionate about what we love. But before I get into anything else, I want to ask a couple of questions, do a little bit of exercise here with you guys. I know we got some food in front of us, so I've got a captive audience, right? So with a show of hands, how many of you in here are business owners and have been in business for over 3 years? Raise your hand. Round of applause for those people, please. That is probably one of the biggest challenges. Year 1, year 2, year 3, it's like, you know what? This might actually work. And that's important, right? So here's another question I have for you guys. Show of hands. How many of you guys have grossed over $1 million in one single year? Raise your hands. Round of applause for those people. Here's the cool part. Without sounding cheeky, I'm about to explain to you what I've seen working with various businesses that have taken other companies from point A to grossing over $1 million a year. I've been super blessed with our companies to work with companies grossing over $100,000 a month, then $1 million a year, taking them into $100 million a year, and even working alongside companies that gross over $1 billion a year. But the interesting thing about all of those people is they shared the same exact characteristics that made them all successful. They did the same things. And as I worked with them, I started to realize by watching them make the expensive mistakes and learn from them that I could use those things inside my business. Now, 8 years ago, I had one of the biggest setbacks in my company. I was out working with my team, traveling in the state of Texas, which is beautiful, by the way. If you guys get outside of Corpus, it's amazing what Texas has to offer us. So I traveled across, opening up dental offices for our clients. During that time, I get a phone call, and it's one of my customers. And he says, hey, Ruben, can I talk to you for a minute? I said, sure, what's going on? Working on one of your sites today. He says, well, I just want to let you know we really appreciate everything you're doing. And as soon as he said that, I realized, crap, I'm getting fired. I said, yes, sir. We really appreciate what we do for you guys. We hope the price is really where you guys need us to be. We hope the services that we're providing you guys is really where you need it to be. He says, no, absolutely. We're happy with your price. We're happy with your services. They're amazing. But we've decided to go in a different direction. You can imagine me sitting in my car going, what the hell? Like, what did I do wrong? I mean, this is the play, right? You have the best price, you have the best services, you win every time. I refined that process. But right then and there, I had a choice to make. I lost 53 sites in 1 hour. And I had to step back and realize, do I want to keep doing this? How is this going to impact my family? But most importantly, I asked myself, why did I lose? What did I do wrong? What is the other company doing better than me? I thought I had. He just said I had the best service. He said I had the best price. What am I missing? So I thought about that for a long time, probably more than I should have. But I realized that I had a choice. Either quit, hang it up, go find a job, or figure it out. And that's what I chose to do, figure it out. So here, I'm going to call these the 5 irrefutable laws of business success. Please write them down. They cost me a lot of money. Number 1, we talked about this today, time. Can anybody in this room buy me some more time? No, you can't. You can trade it, but you can't buy more of it. So it's extremely important that you understand what that means in your business. Time means you're not going to get it back that day. So you have to make a decision on how you're going to spend it, what you're going to do with it, what your team's going to do with it, and how you choose the customers that take up that time. It's what we use to measure everything, right? Success, profit, all of those things. We use time every day. But here's something that goes along with time. We said it earlier, right? You heard it in the panel. They said, hey, you don't want every customer, right? Do you want every customer in this room? Does anybody raise your hand if you want every single customer you can get? Okay, great. I'm in the right room. You don't want every customer. They don't bring you the same value. And I know this isn't something everybody wants to hear, but this is the truth. 15 years of figuring this out, I'm here to share it with you guys. Why? Because I wish somebody would have done that for me. I wish I sat in a room just like this 15 years ago and said, I'm here ready to learn. Tell me what I need to avoid. Show me and tell me when the mountain's about to come in front of my train. I wanted to know. And today, I promised myself that what I worked on to talk about with you guys today was going to help prepare you guys for avoiding the mountain. Because it's expensive when you hit that mountain. And it can shut your business down. So time. You measure everything against time. Everything. That's what you're going to do. I just said, you don't want every customer, right? What did this say? Riches are what? In the niches, exactly. Every business I built is in a niche. I did the everything business. Oh, I could do that, this, all of that. You know what that ended up showing me? Heartache and being super tired, super busy. We talked about it today. I'm so busy, but my bank account doesn't reflect that. So you don't want every customer. You have to really understand what your customer should be. And the only way you can do that is by spending time in your business. Everybody follow me so far? How do you spend time in your business? Do you wear every single hat? How many of you guys wear more than one hat in your business? Raise your hand. Okay, thank you for being honest. Now the next step is to figure out how to take those hats off and give them to somebody else. That's the first thing you should do. You are the weakest link in your business when it comes to time because there's only one of you and you can only do one thing at a time. So you need to figure out what you can delegate to other people. You need to start building your company based on, hey, I do X, Y, and Z. I need to find someone else to do that so I can focus on what? On my business. That's what's important. So moving along, time's important. Here's number 2. This is something I discovered. Every single business, based on the conversations that we've had today, as well as, I'm going to tell the future here, guys, as well as the conversations you're about to have after I speak, all say the same exact thing. If you want a successful business, your business needs to be smart, secure, and scalable. If it is not smart, that means you're not looking at the numbers. You don't know what's going on, right? And once you built this baby up and it's making money for you, protect it. Protect it from people who want the information in your business. So we're going to have a conversation about that with cybersecurity. The last thing is whatever you're building, you got to scale it. How do you take a hat off and give it to someone if you didn't create a process for them to do it correctly? Do you want to just give it to someone else and go, oh, hey, go for it, buddy. Let me know how it goes. No. Every single person in your team is an example of you. That's all you're doing is building 10,000 mini yous to do exactly what you have decided to do in this community. I want to do this. So there needs to be 10 of you to help make that happen. Now, the only way that that's going to happen is we got to go back to time. I don't have enough time to do it all. So I've got to start thinking about who's the next person that's going to be on my team. Who's the next person that's going to be able to do these things for me and help me move forward? So time, building a smart, secure, scalable business, right? Here's the next one. We've said this word so many times. I love the word, love everybody that's up here, but I don't think anybody has touched on this. Value. You guys get what that word means? Value. When I thought about getting up here and talking today, that's the first thing I thought of. That's in the DNA. It's baked into every one of my businesses is value. I said to myself, if I'm going to stand up here today and you guys are here with your time, I need to make your time valuable. I need to give you something that will bring value to your business, or you know what? I shouldn't even be up here. And that's the truth. So you guys, as business owners, need to master the word value and understand what that really means in your business. Once you understand that, you will solve so many problems. I promise you. Every growing, fast-paced, multi-corporational type business, cross-country has done that. They know how to state, this is my value. They don't say, I've got the best price or I've got the best service. They don't lead with that. So if you're leading with that in your conversation, you're already making the first mistake because you're commoditizing yourself. You're telling the rest of the world that, hey, my lead here is my price, so if something is better than mine, jump on that. You got to sell value. And to sell value, you need to spend the time in your business understanding where the value is in your time. I want to give you an example of what value means. I was talking to a gentleman just a minute ago, getting ready to start his business. So this conversation, by all means, is for startups, existing. Guys, I've worked with $100 million companies. They're not brand new. And these concepts are things that they started to grasp and start to see things change. So it works across all of them. So I was talking to this gentleman earlier. He says, hey, I'm getting ready to do this. I said, dude, that is awesome. Congratulations. I know you're skilled at that. I've seen you do it. You're finally putting the hat on. You want to go take on the world. Hey, man, how can I help? He said, well, I'm thinking about doing this also. And I said, well, why? Why are you thinking of adding that? That's not the same service. He says, well, because we have to do both of them at the same time. We got to work with another company, and they do this, and they do that. I said, so instead of going that route, you're going to put them together. He says, yeah. I said, you, sir, have just created value. Now, when a customer comes to you or a client comes to you, they're not just getting the one service they signed up for. They're getting the sister services that define the success of that primary service. Now, I'm not saying go out and sign yourself up for 10 services, but if there's one above it, that if it doesn't work and your business fails, maybe you need to be more invested in that because you're going to ensure success in your business. I'm going to give you an example from personally for me. Everybody know a company called Spectrum? Some of you are going, yeah. Some of you are going, oh, I hate that place. Right? Well, guess what? I deliver technology services, right? What are they contingent on? Internet. Well, I realized really quickly, I'm over here doing great. My customer's going, hey, man, I don't know if your service sucks or it's Spectrum. I said, well, good thing is We offer a service to monitor all that stuff for you. We're going to take care of that. We're going to guarantee that. Would you be willing to spend a couple more dollars? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. We got it. And what we did is became the key contact in that relationship. Why? Because now when we lead, we say, hey, by the way, don't even call them. We'll take care of that for you. Why? I want to guarantee that when I turn the lights on for my service, I don't have any problems in front. There's no train track removed from my business and my opportunity. But that comes from what? Knowing your business, understanding the value you bring to your business. You know what value also does? Have you ever tried to create value for vendors? Do you even know what you could do with that? Buying power. Ever thought of that? Like, why would they want to offer to me? Why would they want to do more business with me, right? Well, hey, guys, by the way, I noticed that you got kind of an antiquated system with your billing and all that, but you know what we got? We got this really cool portal. You guys can just sign in, look at that, get your invoices, and boom, you're in and you're out. Oh, wow. Man, that saves us a lot of trouble. We're working with a client right now. Billion-dollar company says, your portal's better than ours. They can move faster. That's creating value in a vendor relationship. You do it with your clients, you do it with your vendors. What else do you want to do it with? Anybody know? There's one other missing part in the equation of success, right? You got a purpose, you got a plan, plus people, your staff, equals profit. Great purpose, amazing plan, give it to a bunch of great people, you got profit and success. Right or wrong? So you got to create value for your team members. You got to make sure, you know what, if I'm going to create value, I want to offer an opportunity where they can grow. I want to offer an opportunity where they can make more money. So I need to look at opportunities where I could share some of that with my team so they are super loyal to me. They love me. They come to work every day going, this is not a job. This is a family. That's the secret on how you create family. Loyalty. You give them hope. Why? Because you're going to make a lot of money, right? Why not share a little bit of it with them? Help them reach the dreams they have. You're creating value for them. We've done that in every single one of our companies. We offer the benefits. In some cases, when we started out, we shouldn't have been offering benefits, could barely afford it. But that was the first thing I said, we're going to put that on the list. Because when they work for us, they're going to get something in return. And we'll match the 3%, no problem. And those are things that small business owners right now, you might say, you know what, I don't know if I'm ready for that. But at a certain point, you need to build a plan on how to get there. Those people are the ones that are going to give you back what? Starts with a T. Time. And if you build a family and value, what are they going to do? How can I help you? What can I do? And that's power in a business. That's what creates these monsters of a business, is the people that love working for where they're at. But here's one thing I want to spin. Here's a secret sauce in value. This is something you're never going to read in a book. It cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars to figure it out. It's called unrealized value. We use accounting. Remember we were talking about finance earlier, and they talk about accounting and the numbers and all that. That's regular value, right? Here it is. I bought it for $150, sold for $200, made $50. That's the value that I won, but plus I provided service to my customer. That's all value, right? But what about unrealized value? That means that things that you do in your business that save your client money that they didn't know they could save. Or like the gentleman I was talking to earlier said, hey, you know what? I've actually created a way for them to share revenue. So he's going to do business with them and say, hey, sir, I'd like to work with you on this job. Were you interested? And you're going to go, well, how much is it going to cost me? Actually, it's going to cost you this much, but there's an opportunity for you to make money doing it with me. This isn't a sham, is it? Like, what is this? He found a way to create revenue for a client, new revenue. How many of you want to take a guess at why I lost that client? 53 locations. Take a wild guess. They found a way to generate revenue, new revenue for my client. They didn't care how much money I saved them. They didn't care how great my service was. At the end of the day, what did I do for them? Deliver the service. What did company B do for them? Put more money in their pocket. Holy cow. What a crazy idea. You can make money for your clients. Now, I know not all of our businesses can do that. But that is something you got to look for. You got to solve for that. That's what's going to keep you here for 15, 20 years, is that you're always looking for that. You're always focused on how I can get there. Which brings me to the next one of our irrefutable laws of business. And this one is something everyone in this room should be capable of doing. Innovation. Raise your hand if you're an innovator in your industry. Round of applause for those people. That's difficult. Do you know why that's difficult? That means you really got to be spending time in your business to understand and see. Anybody ever seen the movie The Matrix? Remember that? Neo and everything going on. And what did he say? Oh, I know Kung Fu, show me and all that, right? That's the part we all saw. You know what part I got excited about with my engineer brain? Oh, cool, look at the Matrix. You could see everything and how it works. And look at that and all the lines coming down, right? That part got me excited to visualize it all, right? To see what was coming just by reading that. Well, guess what innovation's all about? Being so involved in your business that you start to see new lines and how things work. That is something that I push my team to always look for. Look for the future. Don't solve for right now, guys. Solve for the future. See where things are going. And over the last 15 years, our company's evolved. It has to. Yours has to. Because as things change, someone said to me earlier, and I think I heard it here as well, artificial intelligence is here. Oh my God, I'm scared. I laugh at it. You know why? We just hired an agency and they sent us over some AI photos. You want to hear something funny about those? They're great photos. Oh my God, this is amazing. I love how you guys use artificial intelligence. And there's company vehicles, moving equipment, doing all this stuff. You know what was weird about the photo? There wasn't a single human being in those vehicles. AI forgot to put them in there. Because you got to tell it what to do. It's only as good as the people wielding it. So it's not going to come take any jobs. It's what? A tool. Ooh, I can innovate with AI. So these are things in the innovation space you need to be aware of, because I guarantee you, your competitors are doing what? Innovating. They're looking for that. That's really the race. You think it's about price and service? Has nothing to do with that. With all things being equal, you better have the right price. You better have the best service, or you just won't be here tomorrow. Doesn't mean 10 years from now, though. That's the challenge. Here's the absolute last thing that I'm going to share with you as far as the 5 irrefutable laws of business. This is the most important one. This speaks to you. It speaks to me. I don't want you to ever forget this one. You got to learn how to lose. You notice the word I said there? Learn. I'll admit my first loss, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a grown man sitting in my truck crying. 53, got a family, lost 53 locations. How am I gonna take care of tomorrow? I solved for tomorrow. I thought I did. But sitting there, I realized I lost. And it was up to me to determine how I was going to take that loss. So what you need to learn how to do is learn how to win from losing. You have to promise yourself, I'm not going to lose. I'm going to learn. And tomorrow I'm going to get out and I'm going to be better. Because I'm going to do the first thing that I know I need to do. Who'd I lose to? Why? What are they doing? What's going on? Hey, buddy, what's going on? I heard you guys have a cool little company over here. Oh, yeah, we're doing this. Oh, well, what are y'all doing? Might be interested in your services. Okay, cool. Hey, guys, this is what they're doing over there, man. They got ahead of us, but you know what? We can work on this. You got to figure it out. Because that's what you're here for, right? You're not here to quit. Raise your hand if you're a quitter. Hey, I'm in the right room still. No quitters here. This is what I love about you. Because if I was here 15 years ago sitting right there, this is what I would want to hear today. The things I know I needed to take into my business, to use against my competitors, to grow my vendors' relationship, to move myself forward for the next 10 to 15 years. I did, though, promise through an email the guys here that I'd keep it lighthearted. Didn't want to get too info on you guys, but I think information's powerful, and I wanted you to download that from me. Because the most important thing I can do for you guys is give you this information. Let you download it from me today. Let you use it. Avoid the mountain. Move forward. I guarantee you, anything I said to you, if you have not encountered it yet, you will. I promise you. Even $100 million companies like, oh, we're so good, we got it. Oh, crap, there's a mountain. And that's the truth. So I'm going to leave you with one joke, okay? Car salesman owns largest car dealership here in the Coastal Bend. Going over to his beautiful daughter's wedding. Walks up to the best man, says, how's it going, buddy? Walks over to his new son-in-law and says, son, that's my daughter right there. And I want to make sure she has everything she needs. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to make you 50-50 partner of one of my largest dealerships here in the Coastal Bend. So I'm going to send the paperwork over. Sign that paperwork tonight, all right? Come Monday, I'm going to pick you up. We're going to go over to a dealership. We're going to have a look-see. Monday comes around. Son-in-law gets inside his father-in-law's truck, and they're heading over to the dealership, and he's looking around, and man, they got a lot of cars, a lot of movement. A little excited, right? Father-in-law says, hey, it's pretty cool, ain't it? Look at all these cars, man. Yeah, we're busy. We will get deals so great, man, we'll shoot the stars out of the sky. We're one of the best dealerships here in the Coastal Bend. You get to be part of that now. Nods his head. All right, let's go inside. Let's take a look-see inside. We'll go over to the sales department, talk to our salespeople for a little bit, get to know those guys. This is where you're going to be working at. Walks into there. Says, hey, this is my son-in-law. Introduces him. Have a few discussions, leaves. What do you think, son? Well, I don't know. I'm not really good at sales. Not sure that's a good fit for me. Well, okay. Let's go to the finance department, go talk to those folks over there, see if that's a good fit for you. Walks into the finance department. This is my son-in-law. He looks around, walks right out the door. Father-in-law looks at him, says, hey, man, what's going on? Well, I don't know, man. I'm not really good with numbers. Don't think that's something for me. Okay. Huh. Well, what? I don't know, man. What do you want me to do? I'm a little confused here. You don't want to work in the sales. You don't want to work in the finance. What do you want me to do? Son looks at him and says, it's easy, Dad. Buy me out. My name is Ruben. Thank you guys for your time today.